And that's for the piggies in every US city thinking a seat in the back row is Porsche because of European history. They miss seeing the monocle though, so I be in the front row on days I'm making dough. All alone, in the zone, on the phone, until the trailers go off the screen, along with all those production companies that never did a thing for me.
From Tao of the Wu to Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, throughout his career, RZA has been known to make sparse references to the summers that he spent away from New York and rural Ohio. So sparse they could pass the eyes of the uninitiated to the 36 Chambers, like seeing Robert Digital's namesake on a book salesman's business card and other Wu eggs throughout RZA's most recent multi-hyphenate project, One Spoon of Chocolate. Apparently, these times were far from positive, given that the fictional town of Karensville, Ohio is the backdrop for RZA and Tarantino's latest collab, featuring a fictional small Midwestern town that features an economy that thrives on anti-black discrimination as much as through the harvesting of its most melanated inhabitants' organs. With that gross Midwest misrepresentation, One Spoon sits on a bed familiar to Jordan Peele's Get Out, while drawing parallels to RZA's previous productions, Ghost Dog, Thriller, and of course RZA and QT's Man with the Iron Fist, where one lone man comes to town to change a piece of the world through gratuitous violence. For a film where nearly every other word is an anti-black slur, common of a Tarantino script, it's good to see an all-black protagonist cast step up and show out. Paris Jackson was cast as an excellent love interest to contrast Emery Crutchfield, who portrays an all-too-familiar Sapphire caricature. I found it wry for those who might overgeneralize U.S. black women with Crutchfield's stereotypical portrayal, down to uncontrollably weeping over a black male body that she treated with malcontent at worst while he was breathing, that Paris Jackson was right there to serve as the foil. White passing, but as black as her pops before he got all addicted to cosmetic surgery. R.J. Cyler is continuing to up his stock as an integral star in the blaxploitation films of today, and I wouldn't have been surprised if Shameik Moore's surname was actually Diggs, given the way he easily slides into his role, complete with the blessing of a portion of Old Dirty Bastard's ASON unique moniker to establish and carry another chamber of the Wu-Tang saga. Tyler Bates' percussion and eerie sounds from his time with Marilyn Manson meld well with RZA's soulful boom stuck in Motown, making for a score that gels well with deep-cut placements from Biggie, ODB, and a retread from Jackie Brown with the Isleys. The subject matter will be polarizing for mainstream audiences, specifically since RZA fetishizes the big U.S. import of black struggle and ethnic discrimination. But when looking at this film from the lens of a movie buff, One Spoon of Chocolate serves as a modern-day love letter to the blaxploitation films of the 70s, as well as a cathartic release for RZA to combat demons from his childhood summers around his extended Midwestern family. A spaghetti western as much as a blaxploitation picture, complete with the sound effects of bones cartoonishly being crushed and crunched from something filmed at Shaw Bros Studios, while being used as a vehicle for RZA to get out not only new visuals, but powerful new music as well. One Spoon of Chocolate is a fully realized passion project that operates as entertainment, education, and most importantly, catharsis for Wu-Tang's residential Abbott.
Pop your popcorn. That's for the piggies in every US city thinking a seat in the back row is Porsche because of European history. They miss seeing the monocle though, so I be in the front row on days I'm making dough. All alone, in the zone, on the phone, until the trailers go off the screen, along with all those production companies that never did a thing for me.